Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be solving the question number 2692. So as you can see, this is a SQL question. Okay, what is asked in this question? We have to see. So we are provided some tables. Which are teachers table, courses table, and v underscore courses, which is a view. Okay, and v underscore teachers. This is our result that we have to create using the courses table, v underscore courses view, and courses table and the teachers table. So these two tables and this view we have to use and create this v underscore teachers view, which will have these particular columns: teacher id, name, email, age, country, and student count. Okay, before coding this question, let's understand what is view and how we can come to solve this problem. Okay, so let's say we have some query: select all from some table name. Okay, but let's say we have some very big query in this particular format, and we want it to be executed a number of times, and we don't want it to write every time like this, but we want the result to be seen, so for our analysis or whatever purpose. So we need some way to store it. Okay, to store a particular query's result in the format, in the db format, basically the db we use, which is concept called view. So this help us to store that particular query, to see the result of the table in future. Okay, so whatever the result that is coming from the query, if we add this particular line, create view as, and if we give the view a particular name for that, then we can save it, create view, some view name as. Okay, and this particular query, whatever the query that we want to create a view out of it, we can give. So this is the concept for view. Okay, for this question we'll be checking one another concept called as join. Okay, join. So what is this join? So mostly we'll be focusing on the left join. In left join, let's suppose we have two tables and there is some data which is overlapping in between those, t1 and t2. Okay, table 1 and table 2. Okay, and what we want the results from the table 2 as well, which are part of table 1. Okay, so if we want in this particular format, what we have to do, we have to perform a left join. So table 1 left join table 2 and some condition on a column from t1 equal to column from t2. Okay, so if we use this kind of syntax, then we can perform the join operation and it will give us this part of the table as an answer. So if we see the overlapping part also, we are able to get the data, and the table t1 is also getting the data. So this is how left join works. Okay, now let's try to use these two concepts. One is, first concept that we learned is for view creation. So in this one, what we learned, like we can add the statement view, create view as view name. Okay, so and on top of some basic subquery. So that is first concept, and second concept is the left join. So if we use these two concepts, we can solve this question. Let me explain how. So we already have this particular courses view already created for us, and it has the student count mapped to the teacher ID. So for this particular teacher ID represent a particular teacher. Okay, so that particular teacher is teaching these many students, so that student count will be shown, will be mapped to the teacher ID. So this is the useful information that we need in order to add this column student count to the courses column. Okay, so this teachers table. Okay, so if you see the teachers table, which have teacher name, email, age, country, so this is what we have to show. If we read the question with teacher ID this number taught by the teacher, now we want to give more information about teachers. Create a new view with teachers based on the view v courses to show more information. So if we see, this is what they need. This is the name of the teacher, email, age, country. So these four columns from where we can get. If you see, the name of this one will be coming from the name, email, age. This particular table has those details, which is nothing but the teachers table. Okay, now let's try framing that logic. Okay, so we need data from the view. Okay, we always start from the clause, from the from clause. Why? Because that way we can first build up the logic, and later on we can simply select what are the columns that we need from each of the table that we have mentioned in the after the from clause. That way it will be very easy for us to create the result. Okay, let's name as v, let's just name as c. Okay, now we want the table teachers to be added in the result of this v courses. So we will do left join teachers, we will name them as t. Okay, and what is the condition that we want them to be left joined? So the courses view, let's just name as vc. So course on view of course, we need teacher ID, because if you see, this teacher ID will be common, will be the ID in this teachers table will be treated as a foreign key. So that's why we are adding here this particular condition. So if you remember, I explained that particular condition has to be matched so that the intersection should happen, and this is where the intersection is happening. Okay, so after we have done that, now we just need to get the details which are asked in the result. So what are those? Teacher ID, name, email, age, country. Name, email, age and country will be fetching from the teachers table. Okay, and the teacher ID and student count is a part of the view, so we'll be taking those two from there. Okay, now let's write that. So vc dot teacher ID, then okay, now we have named it like that, but still if we name it like that, we have to give an alias so that it will show like this teacher underscore ID in the resulting result. Okay, so we have named it like that. Then we need t dot name, teacher name, we'll be naming it as name. Then from the tables, from the teachers table, we'll be needing the email, we'll be naming them as email, that particular column. After that we need age and country, So t dot age will be named as age and t dot country will be named as country. And the last but not the least is the student count. So which we'll take from the v underscore courses. So view of courses we'll take. So we have to just write down student count, okay, as student count. Okay, so here we have built the whole query. Okay, and out of this query we need to create the view. So we can create the view as v underscore teachers. We have to give the name of the view, and that subquery will store, and this particular v underscore teacher will store the result from this subquery, which is nothing but the one that we just built. Okay, now let's try to run this. Okay, now see, it is getting accepted. Okay, now you may have some doubt like why we are doing teachers here and courses over there. Okay, let's try to interchange that. So for sure it will fail. Why? Because teachers and teachers table will have data regarding the teachers. Okay, and we are trying to join the courses to the teachers. So there may be cases where teacher is not assigned to any of the courses. Okay, so that it can fail. Let's see that. See, if you see the output that we are getting is this one, where there is no teacher ID, but the name is there, and age is also there, and everything is there. So this teacher does not have any courses assigned to him. That's why we are getting like that. So if we have used courses view first and then the teacher, then it would be showing this particular format. Okay, let's just interchange that one again and submit it. Okay, it is getting accepted. So I hope you find this video insightful. Do like, share and subscribe, and click on the notification button to share it with your friends. Thank you.